चैतन्यं सर्वगं सर्वं सर्वभूतगुहाशयं यत्सर्वविषयातीतं तस्मै सर्वविदे नमः। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। उपदेशसाहस्री 17th chapter, Samyamati. We are seeing the 10th shloka where it is said, Naama, Rupa and Karma. All three of them are mutually dependent. And therefore, they all are mithya. We were seeing the Tika. So in two ways it is explained. We are seeing the second interpretation where the Veda Purva, Purva Mimamsa, and Vedanta, Uttar Mimamsa, they have Ekavakyata, Vakyaikavakyata or Vakyaikavakyatvam. This is being explained. In Tika, on page number 218, almost 8 lines from the bottom. Evam द्वैतस्य अविद्या कल्पितत्वे युक्तिम अभिधाय प्राणम अभिधत्ते प्रमाणम अभिधत्ते. In this way, Dvaita is avidya kalpita. Dvaitasya avidya kalpitatve. In this yukti, anumanam was given. Pramanam abhidatte. Shruti pramanam he gives now. Trayantu iti. In this shloka it is given. Trayantu etat tataha proktam rupam namacha karmacha. All of them are andrita. See further in Tika. Yato ayam anirupitakara bhedaha prapanchas tato हेतोः एतत् सर्वं दृश्यं रूपं नाम च कर्म च इति त्रयं राशीकृत्य श्रुत्या प्रोक्तम् इति योजना. यतः since ayam, these three, anirupita akara bhedah prapanchah. Prapancha is nothing but nama rupa karma. Of this prapancha, निरूपितो निरूपित आकार भेदो यस्य सह निरूपित आकार भेदः. न निरूपित आकार भेद इति अनिरूपित आकार भेदः. The one whose akar bheda means the distinction in that you cannot describe. This topic he is going to discuss in next couple of shlokas. Tato heto, for this hetu, this reason, etat sarvam drishyam, the entire drishyam, rupam namacha karmacha, nama rupa karma, pada, padartha, and its karma, upayoga. Iti trayam rashikritya shrutya proktam. Rashikritya means putting all the three together. Shruti talks about them. Iti yojana. Iti yojana means in the shloka Proktam Rupam Naama cha Karma cha. In this way it is given. So you have to understand the Vakya as by Shruti, having grouped all of them together, and Shruti has given the name. This is the Prapancha, which is Anirupita Akara Bheda. Means world cannot be described. Cannot be described. So Vedanta says cannot be described as Sat or Asat or Sadasat. Therefore it is Anirvachaniya. And here in this shloka what is said, you cannot describe the bheda between two things. Ghato patat bhinna. This bheda, if you have to do nirupanam, it is difficult. That he is going to mention a little. We will see a little of this also. Trayam va idam nama rupam karma ityasmin brahmane hetukti purvakam shabda visheshanam vang matratvam रूप विशेषाणाम चक्षुर मात्रत्वम कर्म विशेषाणाम शरीर मात्रत्वम इति विशेष प्रविलापनेन तत्सामान्यम तत्त्वम अभिधाय तदेतत्रयं सद एकम अयम आत्मा. We'll see that part later. Just see this one. Trayam va idam nama rupam karma. This is the quotation from Brahadaranyaka 163. Iti asmin brahmane, in this brahmana, in Brahadaranyaka, brahmana means in that section. Hetukti purvakam, with the help of hetu, kathanam, means reasoning, it is said that all shabda visheshas are vang matra. They are only speech. All shabda visheshas means you say ghata, pata, etc., or you say ka, ka, ga, a, I, u, etc. All of them are vang matra. Rupa visheshanam chakshur matratam. All the rupas are nothing but chakshuhu. Chakshu means the apanchikrita pancha mahabhuta indriya itself is rupa, because their upadanam is same. Rupa upadanam and chakshurindriya upadanam is same. What is the upadanam for chakshurindriya?
Agni.
Which Agni? Panchikrita or apanchikrita?
Apanchikrita.
Satvik amsha, rajasik amsha or tamasik amsha?
Satvik amsha.
So this is the complete answer. Apanchikrita Agni or Teja amsha, it's sattvic part. Sattva pradhana apanchikrita Agni is nothing but chakshurindriya. And Rupa is also that. Similarly, other indriyas you understand. And karma is nothing but sharira matra. All karma vishesha. Means you imagine somebody does a lot of karma, goes here, there, does this, that, and then finally said it is all sharira. Means some sharira vyapara is happening, that's all. Iti vishesha pravilapanena. Vishesha pravilapanam will happen in samanyam. So vishesha pravilapanena tat samanyam tritvam abhidhaya. Vishesha is dissolved in samanyam. Whenever we want to recognize the karanam for all, then we don't give importance to visesha. We give importance to samanya. Then further samanya, like that. Tritvam avidhaya tad etat trayam sad ekam ayam atma. Ekaha san etat trayam iti aikatmyam sarvasya jagatah upasamhritam. Ato na tatva bhedo asti ityarthaha. Tad etat trayam, these three, they are nothing but sadrupa atma alone. Sad ekam ayam atma. Ekaha san atma etat trayam. That atma which is one appears as these three. Iti aikatmyam sarvasya jagataha upasamhritam. So they have aikatmyam. Sarvasya jagataha aikatmyam upasamhritam. The entire world, their oneness is being concluded here. Because everything is one, ato na tattva bhedo asti ityarthaha. Therefore, there is no tatwika bheda. So this vichara continues with some drishtanta. So first let us see some shlokas, then we will do some independent thinking also. Upasamharati. So he is doing upasamhara of this vichara. Or this vichara means this will continue this previous shloka vichara he is concluding here. Asade tatrayam tasma tanyonyena hi kalpitam kruto varno yatha shabdat श्रुतोऽन्यत्र धिया बहिः असदे तत्रयं तस्मादन्योन्येन हि कल्पितं कृतो वर्णो यथा शब्दात् श्रुतोऽन्यत्र धिया बहिः तस्मात् एतत्त्रयम् असत्. Therefore, all these three are asat. It's mithya. Why? Anyonyena hi kalpitam. He means yasmat anyonyena hi kalpitam. Tasmat mithya. Because they are projected by each other mutually. Anyonyena hi kalpitam. Yatha. Varno krito shabdat shruto. So shabdat shruto varnaha. Anyatra dhiya bahihi kritaha. Shabdat shruto varnaha. Some varna means some description which you have heard in the form of shabda. Shabdat shrutaha. Anyatra dhiya bahihi krita. So what happens is this. We hear some description, let's say of Devata, etc. Then that description we want to see on some painting, on a paper or a cloth or wall somewhere. So what happens is this. I have heard, let us say, Indra is a king. Indra has, the king means he has different kind of crown. And then Vajrahasta, he has thunderbolt in his hand. He has bigger Singhasan, etc., etc. And he is god of rains. So maybe they will show him with some blue clothes. They will not show him blue because that is reserved. by Bhagavan Mahavishnu. So Indra will have blue clothes or something. So then we hear this, we'll have some kalpana. Then they will draw the picture. When they draw the picture, we say, this is Indra. So from Shabda, I have done Shravanam. From that, I have created a form in my Buddhi. Jnanam takes place. Then that Jnanam is projected outside in the painting. Then somebody says, this is Indra. Or then I say, this is Indra. So somewhere else, if I see a form, Airavat is there, on that somebody is sitting, I say, this is Indra. I have never seen Indra. So here what has happened? On Shabda, based on Shabda, some Rupa, some Akara is assumed. And based on Akara, some Rupa, Naama is assumed. This must be Indra. This is the Anyonya Ashraya. See that Indra Drashtanta is given in Tika. Uktartham etat. Actually, the shloka is already explained. Uktartham asya. Uktartham etat. Anyonya-pekshaya avagamyamanasya mithyatve drashtantamah. That which is known with Anyonya-apeksha. Anyonya-pekshaya avagamyamanasya Jagat. This Jagat, which is recognized with Anyonya Apeksha, therefore it is Mithya. Mithyatve drashtantam aha. Krita iti. Shabdat shruto varna. From Shabda, I hear some varna. What is that? Indradi Rupa Visesha. Some Vishesha about Indra's Rupa, Indra's form, Indra's Akara. What is that? Sahasraksha Vajrabahuttvadihi. Sahasraksha. Akshaha Shabda is Pullinga. So only Aksha if you take. Sahasra Akshaha Yasya. Saha Sahasraha Sahasra Akshaha Yasya. Sahasra Aksha. The one who has 1,000 eyes. Similarly, Vajra Bahu Yasya. Saha Vajra Bahu. So he will have Vajra Bahutva. Adi Dhiyaha Pratyuhya. With Buddhi, I will do Pratyuhanam. Means, I will do Vitarka. Uha Vitarke. Uha Dhatu is for Vitarka. Means I will deliberate. It must be like this, must be like this. I have heard some Shabda. Then I am imagining actually. And in particular, the features, face features, what kind of tilak he has, up or this way, nobody knows. So people imagine. Whether they have mustache or not, beard or not, long hair or not. So they are all imagined, okay? What kind of kundala they have. So there is variety. Malas. This is all pratyuhanam. Prati upasarga purvak uha vitarke dhatu anyat pratyaya pratyuhya anyatra bahihi kudyadau chitra rupena kritah. Bahihi kudyadau, on the wall, when it is there in the form of a chitra rupena kritah. Yatha kalpito mithya iti yojana. When it is kalpita, then it is mithya. Yatha kalpito mithya iti yojana. नहि चित्रे दृश्यम एवं रूपम इंद्रस्य वा भवति. Really speaking, Indra doesn't have this form. Nahi chitre drishyam evam rupam. That form which I see in any painting. Bhagavan, Bhashyakar is not saying, commentator is saying, but understand, this evam rupam indrasya nahi bhavati. This is not the rupa of Indra. Tatha. Na is incorrect. You remove na. Tatha mithyartha gocharaha shabda ityarthaha. In the same way, and therefore, what is shabda? Mithya artha gocharaha. That shabda will do prakashanam of a vishaya, which is mithya. Mithya artho gocharaha. Vishaya. Yasya. Sa mithyartha gocharaha. Shabda. So it is revealing a vishaya which is really not there. Now, what is this topic discussion? Because in Vedas, they have talked about Indra, they have talked about Varuna, Agni, Vayu, Prajapati, and you have so many mantras talking about Indra. And now here you are seeing the Rupam of Indra is incorrect because the way you have heard, then described, etc., etc. And therefore Indra is Mithya. Indra is some Naama, some Rupa, some Karma, all of that. And therefore Jagat is Mithya. But Vedas have talked about all these devatas, etc. So Vedanti will say like this. Vedas, of course, have talked about there is Indra, Brahma, Varuna, Agni, Vayu, etc. But Vedas have also said Sa Brahma, Sa Shiva, Sendraha, Soksharaha, Paramaswarat, Sa Eva Vishnu, Sa Pranaha, Sa Kalogni, Sa Chandrama, Sa Chandramaha, etc. So that same one is all also. This also Vedas have said. So Vedas, they use different names and then they say they all are actually none other than Chaitanya, Brahma. So the bheda buddhi, as long as it is so strong, the laukika bheda buddhi, then Vedas have talked about some Vaidika deities, etc. But Veda's objective is not to tell about only these kind of bhedas, these kind of distinctions. Veda's objective is to remove distinctions. Then another question can come, okay, Vedic devatas, between them you are using these bheda, then abheda. What about ghata, pata, ityadi? I see them as different objects. I use them as different objects. They have different name, nama, rupa, karma. What I can do with ghata, I cannot do with pata. What I can do with pata, I cannot do with ghata. It's so simple. So all are different. And you are saying they are anyonya, ashrita, they are kalpita, therefore everything is mithya. So we have to convince our intellect. What I'm trying to say is this. Unless my buddhi is convinced, I will not accept any teaching. Even if Acharya says something, Upanishad says, Neha nanasti kinchana. Mrityoso mrityum gacchati ya iha naneva pashyati. Nana darshanam doesn't stop just because it is said you will go from death to death. Because I need some proper reasoning, some conviction to prove Nana darshanam is an error. Then I will be okay. Like Drishtanta is in movie screen. You see movie screen, you see Nana darshanam. You only screen. There is nothing. But we think, oh, this is different, that is different, something that this is moving, that is walking, that is talking, etc., etc. So how we understand Nana darshanam there is, if we give reality, it is an error. It is Bhranti. Like that, we have to convince our intellect that here also it is the same thing. So, how to convince this buddhi? See next shloka. I will not give you solution right now. We will read next one. See, Shabdan mithyartha kalpanam udahritya. Mithyartha shabda kalpanam udahrati. First he gave the example from Shabda Mithya Artha Kalpana. Now from Mithya Artha Shabda Kalpana. So Shabda is projecting some Mithya Artha, like how this Indra is. Then based on that Mithya Artha, I will give Shabda. This is Indra. I know, this is Indra, like this. दृष्टञ्चापि यथा रूपं बुद्धे शब्दाय कल्पते एवमेतज्जगत् सर्वं भ्रान्तिबुद्धिविकल्पितम् दृष्टञ्चापि यथा रूपं बुद्धे शब्दाय कल्पते एवमेतज्जगत् सर्वं भ्रान्तिबुद्धिविकल्पितम् यथा दृष्टम च अपि रूपम. I am assuming between yatha and rupam we can have some space. Even though here it is given yatha rupam. यथा दृष्टम च अपि रूपम बुद्धेः शब्दाय कल्पते एवं एतत् जगत् सर्वं भ्रांति बुद्धि विकल्पितम्. यथा just as दृष्टं च अपि रूपम, a rupam which I see somewhere on the wall or in the painting on paper somewhere, then buddhehe kalpate. Buddhehe means in my buddhi jnanam will come first. then I will give Shabda to that Rupa. Oh, this is Indra. This is Varuna. And these painters or these sculptors, they have a habit of describing it in some way. Like Agni's, I think, crown will have flames, and Varuna will have some water kind of things, etc., etc. Then we say, I know this is Varuna. So buddhehe and shabdaya kalpate. In this way, evam etat jagat sarvam jagat, भ्रांति बुद्धि विकल्पितम. It is भ्रांति बुद्ध्या विकल्पितम. Bhashyakar says the whole world is भ्रांति बुद्ध्या विकल्पितम. Why? Because what we are doing is from Rupa, we are doing Shabda Kalpana. From Shabda, we are doing Rupa Kalpana. So both are Kalpana. Both are dependent on each other. Therefore, they don't have reality. See Tika. Bhitti patadau drishtam devata rupam. तथा तद्वदेव बुद्धेः तद्दर्शन संस्कृतायाः आगत्य शब्दाय शब्द व्यपदेशाय कल्पत इति योजना. भित्ति पटादो, on the wall or on a cloth. Yad drishtam devata rupam, the devata rupa which is seen. Tatha tadvadeva, like that in my buddhi. Which buddhi? Tad darshana samskritayaha buddhehe. That is the visesha for buddhi. Both are in sixth. Yes, Shashti Vibhakti. Tad darshana sanskritaya buddhi. That buddhi which is having samskara of seeing that form. Means it has heard about it. You show Indra to somebody who doesn't have any sanskar. You know now what happens. We say we have our gods, Vedic gods. And some people say, oh, we have Greek gods, we have Egyptian gods. And then they look different. Their appearances are different. They have different Naama, different Rupa, different Karma. Earlier, this problem was not there because nobody from India would have known what was happening outside. Now, everybody has their own idea. And I am sure if there are these devatas of oriental countries, how will they look? They will look like how they have their kalpana of their own. Based on how I am and how other local people are, we do kalpana of devata also, their forms. How their face will be, eyes will be, nose will be, etc. How tall they will be. So, tad darshana samskritayaha buddhehe means such jnana agatya, then shabdaya kalpate. Shabdaya shabda vyapadeshaya. Then it is ready for where I am ready to give some name. Oh, this is Varuna. Oh, this is Prajapati. I see 4 heads, so I say Brahma. This is Brahma. Somebody says, I already knew this, but you only didn't believe me. How? You see, in exam, whenever they asked who is the, in Tattvabodha Pariksha, who is the presiding deity of hands? What is the answer?
Indra.
So he said, I had written the answer Agni and you gave me wrong. But I knew Agni, Indra, they are all same. They are all mithya only. Some Nama Rupa you have kalpita. So remember, when Adhyaropa is happening, then we say no. Hastayor Indra means Hastayor Indra only. And Chakshusho, Vacho Devata Vanni. Chakshusho Surya. So then Surya is there, Vanni is there, Indra, they are all separate. When Apavada happens, then Sa Brahma, Sa Shiva, Sendra, Sa Agni, Sa Varuna, everything is same. Shabdaya, Shabda Vipadeshaya, Kalpate iti yojana. Darshtantika maha. So this is Drashtanta. Evam एतत् सर्वं जगत एवं यथा दृष्टान्तम एवं भ्रांत बुद्ध्या शुक्तौ रजतम इव आत्मनि विविधम कल्पितम न वस्तु सत अस्ति इत्यर्थः. In this way, entire jagat यथा दृष्टान्तम एव भ्रांत बुद्ध्या कल्पितम. Jagat is also भ्रांत बुद्ध्या कल्पितम. Like शुक्तौ रजतम इव आत्मनि vividham kalpitam. Just like Shukti, in Shukti there is Rajat Kalpana, in Atma there is this Naama Rupa Karmatmaka Prapancha Kalpana. Na Vastu Sad Asti Ityarthaha. Vastu itself is Sat, Karmadhara. Vastu cha Tat Sat iti Vastu Sat. Na Vastu Sad Asti Ityarthaha. Okay. So let us do some thinking here. How do I convince my buddhi? This is what we have to discuss. One is, I should understand that from Paramarthic standpoint, there are no bhedas. From Vyavaharik standpoint, there are bhedas. Just like in my Swapna, from Vyavaharik standpoint, Swapna has no bheda. From Prativahasic standpoint, there are bhedas. Then I give reality and I become Sukhi, Dukhi, etc. So this is one explanation. Second explanation now is we have to see from Vyavaharik standpoint itself, not from Paramarthic standpoint. In Vyavahara, whatever I experience is nothing but Pancha Mahabhuta Karya, Panchikrita and Apanchikrita. That alone with different kinds of refinements, different kinds of heat, water, atmosphere, effects. Same Panchikrita and Apanchikrita Pancha Mahabhuta appears differently. So raw material is same. Like if you take the view of science, science will say this is iron atom. This is calcium. Because in the body they'll say, oh, you need iron, you need copper, you need calcium. Means some specific thing we have called it as this is iron, this is copper, this is calcium, this is magnesium. And we need each of them in different ways. Now all of them are nothing but electron, proton, neutron, some combination of them, numbers, etc. But we have given some name because it has some specific effect, specific use, etc. So within Vyavaharik Satta, really speaking, they are just atoms with this electron, proton, neutron. Their structures are different based on how much heat is there, how much atmosphere, what is available where, how much underground they are, etc. So really speaking, it is one thing, but in them we create this division, elements. We have only given the name. This is iron. The first person who came on the earth, he would have said, this is copper, this is not iron, this is magnesium, this is not iron. Then everybody would have said, yes, that you are right, this is magnesium. So some name we gave to some group of atoms. Then we started doing Vyavahara. Then when we see, oh, it is like this, then we say, this is iron. This is the Anyanya Ashraya. Nobody had, even if it is there in Veda, that's why he gave the example of Veda itself, that in Veda, if you say this is Indra, and then you see the picture and you say this is Indra, that itself is Anyanya Ashraya. What to talk of these elements that science talks about? Some names are given. Sometimes it is easy, like hydrogen starts with H and oxygen starts with O. But sometimes they are very difficult. The element starts with a letter which is not directly related. Right? There are some such things in chemistry. So what I am trying to say is, to convince my intellect, I have to find reasoning. So this is a good reason. That really speaking, we have only defined this is iron, copper, magnesium, etc. Then we only say, when we see certain, oh, I know what is there, or I know what is missing, what is deficient, etc. This is called Anyanya Ashraya. And wherever there is Anyanya Ashraya, that means real Ashraya is different from both of them. Both of them are Ashrita. Ashraya is something else only. So it is like Chaitra says, I will become rich when I borrow money from Maitra. And Maitra says, I will become rich when I borrow money from Chaitra. So what should we understand? Both of them don't have money. Money will come from somebody else, different from both of them. So that reality is different. This is the Pratipadana. Jagato mithyatve phalitam aha. Okay, so this is one way. I mean, there are two ways we discussed. One from Paramarthik standpoint, one from Vyavaharik standpoint. In that Vyavaharik also, one is Laukika and another is scientific standpoint. Another way is how it is discussed in our Shastra, like Khandana Khanda Khadya, which itself is then discussed in other texts. Wherever in the later text it is available, it has come from such discussions. And they will say, between ghata and pata, there is no bheda. You cannot prove the bheda between ghata and pata. So somebody will say, what are you talking? This is ghata, this is pata. Can't you see the difference between the two? Then I'll ask the question, how do you see the difference? You are asking, don't you see the difference? I'll ask, how will you see the difference? What is difference? What is bheda? Bheda is not dravya. Bheda is not guna. Indriyas can recognize guna, right? Shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. Indriya can know them. If Indriyas are presented something which is not Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, Indriyas will have, they'll say, we don't know what this is. Bheda, ghata, patayoho, bheda is a third entity. This is ghata, this is pata, let us say. Ghata and pata, this is bheda. Is bheda one with ghata? Is bheda like ghata or bheda like pata? It is not like none. If bheda is like ghata, then ghata and this bheda, they both will become one. Because bheda is like pata, ghata. And if bheda is like pata, then these two will become one. Bheda is not recognized by sense organs. So bheda is not vishaya of pratyaksha pramana. Bheda also is not vishaya of anumana pramana. Because anumana requires vyapti jnana. Let us say bheda is anyonya bhava. Bheda is actually abhava. What is bheda? Anyonya bhava. Are you all getting what I am saying?
Yes, Swamiji.
Bheda is anyonya bhava. This anyonya bhava of ghata has to be different from ghata. And anyonya bhava of pata has to be different from pata. Where is this bheda staying? If not in ghata, not in pata, where is bheda? What is the ashraya of bheda? So you will have to answer such questions. Next question will be, if this bheda becomes one with ghata, or is this different from ghata? If this becomes one with ghata, then there is no bheda. Bheda is not different from ghata, they are one. If bheda is different from ghata, which bheda? Ghata pata yoho bheda. Ghata and bheda. Between them there is bheda or not? Are they two different?
Yes, Swami.
They are two different. If they are different, just like ghata and pata are different, you need bheda between them. Ghata and ghata pata bheda, they are different, you will need another in between. That is the bheda between ghata and ghata pata bheda. That is his third entity now, or fourth entity. Now that entity, is it one with either of them or different from both of them? If it is one with either of them, then it is not bheda, it is not bhinnam anymore. If it is different, then between ghata and that entity, you will need another bheda. In this way, there will be anavastha dosha. You will need bheda, then bheda, then bheda to distinguish, because bheda is neither with any of them. So in those texts like Khandan, etc., they have proved there is no real bheda. It is this impossible to describe bheda. That is why that shabda came in Tika. Anirupita akara bhedaha prapanchaha. In 10th shloka we saw. Anirupita akara bhedaha. Prapancha is the one whose bheda cannot be described. Only thing is, because our eyes are meant to perceive variety, and all sense organs, they are meant to perceive variety. Therefore, we go on perceiving variety, so-called duality, and we think this itself is the fact. But the reality is, neither Vedas nor Laukika Pramana can prove bheda. Therefore, it is said Advaitam. And therefore, Jagat is Mithya. So, logically, a very convincing explanation is given by such acharyas. If Jagat is Mithya, Jagato Mithyatve Phalitam Aha. We will just read the shloka and see the translation. Asade tattato yuktam Satchinmatranna kalpitam Vedaschapi sa evadyo Vedyanchanyattu kalpitam Asade tattato yuktam Satchinmatranna kalpitam Vedaschapi sa evadyo Vedyam chanyattu kalpitam Tataha asad etat yuktam. Therefore, etat asad. Etat means this idam jagat or etat prapancha is all. Prapancha is pullinga shabda. Jagat is referred as idam, but here it is given etat. Etat sarvam, you can say. Etat sarvam asad. Then somebody says everything is asat, then it is shunyavada. No. Satchin matram na kalpita. But Satchit is not kalpita. Other than that, everything is kalpita. And what is recognized as Vedas? Vedascha api sa eva. That Veda is nothing but Satchit alone. It's Vivarta. Brahma alone appears as Veda, Vivarta. The Vedya Vastu is also Brahma. Veda is Brahma. So Pramana is Brahma. Prameya, Vedyam is Brahma. The Guru is also Brahma. And Pramata, the Shishya, is also
Brahma.
that is who we are. Vedair anekair ahameva vedyaha. Vedanta krit vedavit evacha aham. Bhagavan says, I am all of this. So Pramata, Pramana, Prameya. Then you say Pramata avachinna Chaitanya is there, Pramana avachinna Chaitanya, Prameya avachinna Chaitanya. The Shastra says this we are doing a prakriya so that you understand there is one and that you are. Sa eva adhyaha. Vedyam cha, and that alone is Vedyam also. Anyattu kalpitam. Means other than this Vedya Vastu, everything else is kalpitam. Veda also, Atma alone is appearing as Veda means Shastra, Shasta, Shishya, Shiksha, all of them are Vivarta of the same. Tika, we will see in the next session. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति।